Hey legends, welcome to the Connect podcast,
A no BS approach to connecting people,
connecting businesses,
connecting communities.
and connecting successes. Connection is why we're here.
You know, we have our virtual assistants that work for us, and they're in the Philippines, right? And right now they're like fangirling big time.
I got a shocked face as soon as I put your name.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Jeraldine and Blackman?
You're always out having fun. How come you never show any videos of your husband having fun?
I heard you started telling everyone, go here, I'm going to do a reel, I'm going to do a post.
Oh yes, and that. So every time I go there, oh, here comes the content creator. Get ready, girls.
They all started doing their hair and makeup now because they know Geraldine's coming.
Give us an example. Who's hating on you at
Oh my God, you know her.
Yeah, Monica.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Monica.
Hello, Monica.
Getting you, Monica.
She's got in there.
Oh, okay, then he'll take Monica.
Got salty.
That would have been so good. Let's connect.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, welcome to the Connect podcast. And today we've got super special guests. You know, I'm really excited to introduce these two.
We got royalty in the house today.
Literally royalty. So, I mean, the stats are nuts, right? Like 2.9 million followers on Instagram, 3 million followers on TikTok, 3.5 million followers on Facebook, and 125 on something else. I don't know. I mean, I've lost count.
9.5, I think we're rounding it up to about 10 million followers collectively.
The Blackman Family, Jeraldine and Josh, welcome to the
Welcome,
Connect
guys. Good to have you on the
Thank
podcast.
you. Thank you.
We want to start off by hearing about where it started from. We want to start off from the beginning, where it started from, whether that's you guys or whether it's when you started to post videos on social media.
So we started when Jet, our daughter, 4-year-old now, she was very little. What do you call this one? So Nemo. So Nemo. So 'cause Josh wants me to like every time we have an interview, he would always want me to do the long way. So we're gonna be So we're
Let's
gonna
do the long way. Go. Yeah, I'm curious to hear
So we
the long
started
way.
with
We got
YouTube
no time
Kids.
limit.
Just waiting to see how good she goes before I...
Before you chime in.
So we started on YouTube Kids. So we started with Nemo. So this is our 6-year-old now. So he was 2 years old back then. But we started, and then we were posting toy reviews in which it was Joshua and Nemo. Like it was his main thing. But then so we were keep on doing it. I was like learning how to edit. Back then my editing was like so crap. Like that every
Still on
time.
YouTube, you can still see.
Still on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's all
We'll compare.
So we would be doing like toy reviews, Hot Wheels. What is it like? Play centers like Crocs, like the ones over here in the
I
southwest.
dressed up as a shirtless pirate in one.
Really? Is that still on?
Yeah,
We're gonna
still
find
on.
that
Okay,
one.
well, that's going to go right here.
Still on.
Right here.
It's still on. But then like after a few months of doing that, like for a few months, what do you call this one? It didn't go off. Like we would only have like 100 followers, and what do you call this one? And we didn't have very much engagement, so we were like,
And the long videos were a lot of work to edit.
yeah, like
Did the
whole
companies
night.
ask you to do it,
No,
or were you guys
we were
just
paying.
choosing?
Yes, we were paying our own thing to like for the toy reviews.
yeah, for the
so
toy
we're-
reviews.
Yes, we were buying.
So you've just got an abundance of toys.
It
and
was
just
his
like,
thing anyway, because he loves playing with the cars,
Yes.
with the tractors.
It was kind of an excuse to play with the toys on camera without me looking like a weirdo.
Looking back, it's well justified now.
Yeah.
I guess.
yeah.
It's an investment.
Yeah. So it was a long-term plan. It's all about long-term planning. I'm in the finance game and I know it.
What was the one that set it off?
So then after
pirate.
COVID, so I remember it was COVID. It was COVID when we were making that YouTube Kids, and then it didn't take off. We were like putting it on Facebook, on TikTok, and not TikTok, on YouTube. Well, no, we were just putting YouTube and Facebook, just YouTube and
we didn't
Facebook.
start with Facebook
Just on my
later.
personal, just on my personal Facebook.
yeah.
But then it didn't take off. So then I saw after COVID, I saw like I didn't even have TikTok, but then I saw in the news like people like. Because it was after COVID already, they were like doing some funny stuff on TikTok. So I was like, I downloaded TikTok, and I was like,
She meant
I was
after COVID started, because it was still during COVID. Because
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
I just started in orbit emergency.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was, and this thing called TikTok comes around, and all my workmates are like doing dancing videos on TikTok, and I was like, ugh. And then I came home and Geraldine's like,
Let's do this.
Can we do just one dance on TikTok? Just like one. It's not part of
My wife did the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not part of the. Oh yeah, that is better. It's not part of the content that we're doing on YouTube. It's just for fun. So I was like, oh, okay then. So we did one dance thing, and it didn't really go. Very good.
Didn't go
I was
viral.
like, and then she goes, oh, can we just do one more video for TikTok? It's gonna be being married to a Filipino 1 day, 1 month, 1 year.
Because the thing
Oh,
was,
is that the accent?
Yeah.
The accent one?
no, not the accent.
Me eating with a knife and fork, and then me eating with a spoon, and then just using.
Because the thing was, I didn't know that TikTok you can do skits.
Yeah.
I thought it was only for like dancing.
Because it was a different concept from
Yeah.
what you're doing on YouTube.
So then I saw all of these people who were like, oh, they're doing this, and then I was like, okay, Josh, let's try to do this.
Let's have fun.
So
And she was like, "Oh, screw YouTube. We're going to TikTok."
yeah. So then we posted that, and then it had like 10 million views
yeah.
on that one, and then I'm like, oh, this is pretty fun. We're getting attention. We weren't getting we weren't getting money.
How many months, weeks before it got to 10 million were you experimenting with like?
No, it was only days. It was only probably like 2 to 3 days that it got like 10 million.
Oh, no. As in, like how many videos were you doing or like doing social media before you got a video that got 10 million hits?
2 or 3 months, I think.
2 or 3 a month.
Really? No, not that.
No, you were making the toy review videos.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, so that's when you started about 2-3 months ago.
Yes, but then when we started TikTok, they made 2 videos. First, the dancing in which it didn't take off, and then the Filipino married to Australian.
cool.
That how it.
Okay.
And out of curiosity, like a video like that, for someone that's not making money off anything, do you make money from when that video starts getting clicks?
we forgot to say something too.
Yeah.
Before we started YouTube Kids, I had my own personal page, and I remember I went to Bangkok, and then me and my friend went to Bangkok, and then we saw Korean actors because I'm a big K-drama fan.
Yeah.
All the Filipinos will love that.
Well, then-
and what do you call this one? And then I just like filmed him, and I was like fangirling over him, like, oh my gosh! I was like, it's that. And then it had hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube, and I was like, and then YouTube was like,
So that was
send me
after
an
we started.
email.
So she had that for years, the Korean actor video, which didn't get anywhere. And I said, "Oh, we should do this toys thing with Nemo," because we were watching the kid in America who does toy reviews, Ryan's Toy World.
The one that's a gazillionaire.
Yeah.
So, and I was
So
like,
before
should
we
do
started-
that
yes.
too. So we started doing that, and she was like, "Oh, it's not going to go anywhere. We're not going to be able to do anything." And then her page with her
The Korean
one video
actor.
that went viral, they were starting contacting saying, "Oh, you can." We want to get your monetization details and everything sorted because she got so many followers, and she was like,
that's sick.
"I can make money out of this," and I was like, "Yeah, that's what I've been saying."
That's why I'm playing for toys for the last 3 months.
But I didn't know. I didn't know you can get money from it. So I was like, so that's the time when we started the YouTube Kids for Nemo. But then it didn't take off. So we went to TikTok.
It was originally called Hello Friends with Nemo. by the way.
Hello, friends, and Nemo.
Hello, friend.
I mean, your 2 kids are just the cutest.
Thanks, Ben. Thank you.
They're just awesome to watch. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
it is. It's just good, wholesome content. And I
Yeah.
think that's why people love it. And just meeting you now, you're
Yeah.
just very down to earth. And
Yeah,
Oh, thanks,
you wouldn't think that you had millions of followers.
And
like,
good energy.
Yeah, good energy.
I
Yeah,
always
it's
have.
great.
I have a lot of
lot of
energy.
energy.
A lot.
Yeah.
This one. People know.
It's
still.
good. Josh can.
Yeah.
No,
Balance and dynamic.
but you must be tired from working at the hospital all those days, a month.
Yeah. All right. So the timeline, right? So we've gone from building your own brand, I guess, to bringing the kids involved in the content, and then when did you say like, I'm going to do this full time, right? Because
There is a transition period,
like
right?
you're
people-
obviously working and trying to make this happen at the side, like.
Well, so Geraldine she was working as a dental nurse.
Part time.
That's it. Hey, you can grab the mic.
Pull it over, Josh.
And you can put it in the middle a bit.
There you go.
Take it down a
She was
bit.
working as a dental nurse and then went on maternity leave and then just never went back to work.
Yeah. Okay.
I went back.
She just did it differently.
Oh yeah,
that life.
I went back because I was like working like what once or twice a week, and then but then I was like, oh, I don't know what to do because like I wanted
Ruined
to.
that part of the story.
No, I wanted to.
It's really fun to say.
I wanted to stay.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay with the kids.
Yeah.
But then what do you call? So I was working once or twice a week, and then I was making contents already. Like I was posting one video a day. I remember that one. And then when we started getting like a lot of like consistent
Like traction and
yes like, on TikTok, and then people are like and then like this advertiser like have like started to contact me for like, can you do a video for this, and like, you know, we can give you a free product that, as well, like that. And I was like,
mention it?
free product,
get free
and I was
products
like,
for this?
and I was like, free
It was
product.
the coffee company. It was
I know
the
that was a
coffee
very first, very
That's
first,
a good one.
very first. I didn't know what to
weren't very
do.
good.
Oh, that wasn't very good.
We won't mention their name.
company. Coffee, but they were
Yeah.
very good as
engagement and
the what do you call them on TikTok?
Javi, my gosh, I'm
You
like,
weren't meant to mention that.
We'll beep that out. And we can't afford
was a very-
we can't afford beeps yet, so we're gonna have to keep that in.
collab.
They weren't very good as.
Yeah.
So is that how they do it? These companies, do they contact you and want to give you their stuff to
Yes,
showcase on?
but the
Like,
thing is, I didn't know that.
that was your first time
It was my
getting it.
first time. They was
Yeah.
like, oh, we can give you free coffee, like a lot of coffee. I'm like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, wow, I've never had free stuff before. So I was like doing it. And then they wanted a new cola. They wanted a second video. I'm like, for the second video, we're actually going to pay you. And then our very first pay was $150. I remember that. I know. I was so excited.
Yeah, I'm never going back to work again.
I was so excited. I was so excited to get $150.
But it is true because now
Yeah.
someone's paying you for that.
Yes.
changes the whole dynamic.
Whether it's $100 or $1,000, someone
Yes.
said put an offer on the table,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. And then the next one, like after like few weeks, we got an offer from Ovaltine. I was like, Ovaltine.
All these companies you know and you've grown up
Yeah.
with.
I was
but-
like, wow.
pretty cool.
But then these are like, and then like a lot of little like home stuff, like, you know. And then I was like, oh wow, like they can like actually, you can actually make money from it. So on 2022 March, that's when I quit. I remember.
Hey.
2022 March. And that's the time when I started posting stuff on Facebook Reels as well. So we started TikTok 2021 August, but we didn't start with Facebook until March 2022. And
So to answer your question, we didn't really plan to do it full time. It
Yeah.
just
It just happened.
kept growing.
Yeah.
Because she was working so hard on it and it kept growing. So then she ended up having too much work to do
Yeah.
on the content and then just didn't have enough time to go back to
Well,
work.
that's another thing. A lot of people see the end result on social media. They see the videos, they're always entertaining. There's small bits of content, reels, and that sort of a thing, but they don't see how much work is involved in the background putting it all together. Let's dive into that. What actually goes into putting the content together that you get to a point where you're at this level?
I don't really do any work. Video and that's
This question was more towards Geraldine.
I don't, you know what I'm doing in my head? So Josh, answer that.
Josh is in the background,
Answer that.
usually with an eye roll or something in the
Do that.
background.
I know.
I'm on my computer and she's like, film. And I'm like,
Yeah. I think it was your daughter that said, Dad's so nonchalant
I know.
about it. And I'm like, how does this girl know the
Man,
word?
their kids have
they're
personality,
smart.
man.
Yeah,
They're
they're
very,
sassiness, they're smart.
very sassy. I love it.
Yeah, especially her. She was like, oh my
But
gosh.
Pat's right. Like often, you know, we're in business, and then as a business owner, you have to play a role in social media. So then you film yourself, and like you watch it back, and then you cringe, and then you think, oh, my hair was not done, or I sound nasally, or and you critique it, right?
she says that all the time.
About
We
me.
have to film again. I don't like my hair. And I'm like,
Yeah, like-
look in the mirror before you film.
Yeah, I take 400 takes, and then I don't post it
Yeah.
because
I know. That's me too.
Does that happen?
That happens.
Does that
a
still
lot.
happen with you?
Okay.
Yeah, well, the
sort
thing
of.
is, so before I was like, oh, I have to like get the perfect angle. This is like when we didn't have like huge engagement. Like, I have to like look good and everything. But now, like, okay, even though there's like a little bit of noise background, I don't care. People will. So now my motto is like, as soon as they will get the concept, it's fine because it's just gonna.
Because you've got the audience now. They
Yes.
know how you are.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so
Yeah.
like.
Unless there's like this like, new follower, and then
Yeah.
they'd be like, what's happening? And then all of our followers would be like, are you new here?
But I think part of the reason why the channel went so good is because Geraldine was so
Authentic.
strict
Yeah.
with how she wanted it to be quality.
Okay.
She was very strict with the quality. If it wasn't good enough quality, she was like, oh,
I'm
no,
not gonna-
we got
And when you say quality, you mean entertainment or the way it's edited or what?
the
All of the above.
edited.
The way it's
Edited, and then like how you are
Well,
like
you-
in it too.
I wasn't part of the phase where she comes up with the creativity. All the
Yeah.
creativity is her. Well, I did offer lots.
I want
used to
that one-
offer lots.
I want
of
everyone to hear
I used to
that.
offer lots of creativity, and then
Yeah.
she would just shoot them down all the time.
Okay.
So I'm not part of the creativity part anymore. That's all.
Josh, I think I saw you in a dress in one of them just recently.
Oh,
Oh, you look great. You look great.
Yeah.
Emergency.
You really own that
We'll
space.
put that one up too. Just so we-
I filled out the dress a lot better
Yeah.
than some of the copycats who've stolen that idea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you just said that.
I didn't mention the name of the channel.
You know,
No, because there's a lot.
There's always going to be copycats, and that's the thing
And
because
it
they see
hurts
what
me.
you.
And it hurts me because
Yeah.
nobody like gives you credit that I was the one who made this
Really?
original.
Yeah. Oh,
and then
wow.
it goes millions of like just like it just hurts so much.
Well, there'd also be like I get, and probably not getting into it, but anyone that comes across you would want to use you as content, or your children, or there's always that.
We don't mind them using our concepts and ideas as long as they tag
They
our
credit,
page.
yeah. It's a respect.
Yeah, that's the
It's
yeah.
a respect
They
thing.
don't.
that's
They
fair.
don't.
So-
I think what people love about you guys is, make sure you
Yeah,
tag them.
tagged.
Yeah.
Any personal pages.
While it's creative and it's funny, it's engaging, it's also somewhat relatable to a family life, right? Like we go through the same things, and often Megan will flick through. She's like, oh my God, our kids have said that, or like, you know what I mean? And we can relate from a family perspective. I think you guys have done really well.
I think that's been the real secret to growing it is that's been relatable.
Relatable.
You have to like
Like it's
do
everyday family,
everyday stuff for the
just
family.
taking on life.
Yes. And we don't kind of like expose all our life. Like we mostly do skits. Like
Yeah.
100%, well, 95% are like all skit in our thing. So we just trying to make it relatable. So we don't kind of like do the vlog like what I do in a day or get
Yeah.
ready with me or something like that.
And do you change your content across the platforms? Because as we can see, you've got 3.5 on Facebook and Instagram, and then TikTok, different audience. Do you change the content, or would you do one piece of content
And put it
and share it on everything?
That's what
Okay,
That's what it. Except for what do you call this one? Except for Facebook. Facebook, like I can put like more photos. I can put like
do it-
more
maybe even
personal
a
stuff
vlog
there.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
I put more personal stuff there. But then on
I think
TikTok,
more of the vlogs go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The longer videos.
Yeah, the longer videos, yeah.
yeah, but we don't do long.
No, we don't do much
It's
on YouTube.
like
Short, sharp,
Yeah, because-
funny.
So all the what are they called? Shorts on YouTube,
Reels and-
on
Yeah.
Facebook. They all go across every platform.
Yeah,
If we're
yeah,
going
yeah,
to do like a longer video, we usually
Probably drop it on YouTube.
And then
Facebook and YouTube.
The next thing would be like you talked about editing, right? You edit yourself, but like when someone hears these audience numbers and someone sees your views, people would think, okay, there has to be a camera person, there has to be an editor, there has to be someone
funny.
doing your promotions and accepting. What does your team look like?
you know what?
Or is it just Josh?
You know what? I
Are we
made
revealing a secret?
I made a video of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
So I realized I said come and meet my come and meet my crew member.
Yeah.
Like behind the Blackman Family. Okay, photographer, me.
Yeah, it was just you in different
Editor,
clothes.
me. Who else? Accountant, me. Oh well, we have an accountant now, but but
Over the tax bracket now.
what else? what else? Cleaner at home. Like I said, who's the cook at home? Me. Well, who else? What else? What else did we do that?
That's pretty cool. Like
All of it. Like
Enough.
you play all the roles, right? Like that's
Yeah.
And then like now that you're getting like different companies, how do you choose who you work with, who you don't work? Is that you, the final
Yeah.
decision? Do you have a manager? Do you?
Josh.
Is it just
Once our content was getting lots of traction, we had lots of support from our followers and lots of views and everything. We were actually going pretty well with being able to just selectively say, it was really up to whether Geraldine felt like she wanted to work with this company or not, and it was really good that she was able to pick. It was because the ads were kind of annoying for Geraldine, and she was getting she prefers to make her own content rather than do ads. And it was
When you
Because
say
I don't
as
want-
judge, like is that like scripted
collabs.
type, like
collabs.
yeah,
The thing is, I don't want, like, for example, a few brands would want me to do this, and then they will have their own script, and I was like, it's not gonna work. Like, I know my audience
me
is.
started that though.
Like,
That
it was
with
easy.
the original company that we were working with. They had a lot of things that they wanted. Don't do it that way. We
Yeah.
do like 3 or 4 goes of the video, and I was like, don't do it. Like she was
Yeah.
getting annoyed about them. And I was like, well, don't work
Yeah.
with them. Then that at the stage that we were at, it was like they need you more than you need them.
Yeah.
Because you can make your own content and have no ads because you get
And then just release
we're
it.
monetized
Yep.
by Facebook as well, and we're earning good money from that. So you don't really need them anymore. Just do your content and tell them, I know my audience. You want my audience.
Yep.
So if you want me to do your product, you have to let me do the content, and your product will be featured in the content.
What's
So
the
every time we have someone contact us to like make a video for them, I would like say that it has to be my own. Like, you give me the general idea. Like, you have to give me what do you want me to put in the reel, and I'll make my own script, and then I'll give it to you for like approval, like that.
Yeah.
And because I can't do like the way how they
Line by line
Yes,
script.
and because
Face like this.
It's mainly the four
The
of
reason
us.
she can't do it is because I'm such a bad employee. I'm just like, I'm not saying, I've said it all right.
one take?
I said that already.
Yeah. What level of, you said Facebook, monetize at a certain level. What level is that? Like, because there's budding influencers or wannabe influencers.
Yeah, they
out
want to
there, so
know
many.
when they can make.
I don't, because we started 2022. I think like the monetization for Facebook before like was like different from now. I think they're like more
Yeah, that
strict
was
now.
what I was leading
Yeah.
into. She was like,
Is it
last year-
views?
Last year, she was fine to say yes or no to companies if she didn't feel like doing ads. But then they've changed monetization this year, so it's a lot. She's got to take all the jobs
Yeah.
now because it's a lot less.
It's getting because there's so many of them.
I think
Right?
it's actually catching up from. I just had this thought the other day, but I think it's catching up from like COVID.
Yeah.
Because during COVID, heaps
Everyone-
of views, heaps of ads. They could just pay the content creators.
But Reels
now
wasn't-
that COVID's gone or like not really a lockdowns and everything's finished, and everyone's getting back to normal life, then the views have gone down. So now Facebook's probably we never actually found out about how they are monetizing.
Oh, really?
And it
Okay, wow.
changes all the time.
It
Like,
changes
just
all
like
the time.
algorithms.
Holy
right?
cow, we're getting paid so much less now.
Yeah.
So we've had to change our business strategies to.
Oh, so you know what I want to do?
Yeah, we're gonna share one.
Yeah, you know
And
what,
we'll give
Josh,
you.
I'm
a
gonna
mic.
give it to you.
Yeah, on your own. Because I feel like
I'm like, doing this.
That's never been done mid podcast.
We're going to switch it up, but we do things differently over here, right?
I wanted to talk about audience. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
We talked about audience, and obviously we're in Sydney, Western Sydney in particular. We have our virtual assistants that work for us, and they're in the Philippines, right? And right now they're like fangirling big time because
Yeah.
they know we're speaking to you.
Yeah.
I got a shocked face as soon as I put your name.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Jeraldine and Blackman?
Yeah, so
I love it.
They now think we're famous
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
know you, but that's we're just going to leverage off that. But in the Philippines, you guys, like, you get off the airport and there's like hundreds of people there. Tell us, like, what does that feel like?
It's mainly Jet. Don't worry. Jet is like the most famous among the four of us. As soon as we get out of the airport.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, hi, Jet. And we're all just like,
No, yes, I know. But then what Josh does is like he puts Jet over here, so like Jet can see like everything.
Yeah,
like,
she's
say
up above,
hi,
yeah.
like
Kind of
that.
like the king. Just,
But yeah, so even like if we go to the shops there'd be like a lot of people who like can recognize us. In which
how
is,
do they take that fame, being such young?
the kids. I think they're like pretty used to it.
They
now
love it?
because-
I don't know if
because
they
there's-
know that it's not.
They don't know.
Different. What the difference?
Yeah, they don't know. I think they just know that they're famous
That's
and
just
that everyone is famous
When,
too.
when they're teenagers and they hate the videos, that's when they'll be
Yeah,
like, oh my
yeah.
goodness, why did
Yeah.
you do this?
Yeah,
That's
yeah. But yes, like everywhere we go in the Philippines, people like they'd recognized us. The last trip that we went to the Philippines was a few weeks ago when I went to do a nose job, right?
Yeah.
And then so I was like recovering at home, and Josh went to the shops with the kids so they can like say hello to all of the fans there. Like we just like turned up there, and so like people can just like grab the opportunity to to have like photos and videos with them.
I think I just wanted to get out of the house and go and do something.
Oh, right. Oh, that
I
was
just wanted to, because
Yeah, you kind of.
they all speak in Ilocano in the house, and I don't understand anything, and I just need to
A
get
lot
out
of nodding. A lot of nodding. Yeah.
So I was going to go to the shops with my kids, but then the person that we were staying with wouldn't let us go without her, like a few of her employees coming with us to keep us safe and make sure we're okay. And I was like, oh, it's so unnecessary. But once we got there, like
You realised.
everywhere we walk, people want to come and have photos. So
There's- I think it's like what 10 out of 10. What
out of 10, I don't know, just everywhere.
Everywhere.
Every 2 meters.
Yeah.
someone-
every
Like anywhere where there's kind of a group of people,
Yeah.
you have to kind of.
and sometimes like when we are there, we have to like spend few minutes there to have like guests.
To not look rude.
Takes
Yes.
for everywhere
Yeah.
to get anywhere.
Yes.
Well, there always is that, right?
They love it
Not
though.
wanting
They
to
love
look
it though.
Rude.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Like you know,
Well,
for
I love saying hello to everyone to come. If you ever see us in the street, I love saying hello. So
even here,
I always
even
want
here.
them to come and say hello. I think a lot of other people try. So when we do stuff like formal outings as part of what is it called?
Like
As part of promotions.
a meet and
Press
greet.
meet.
So we had our meet
Yes,
and
meet
greet,
and greet.
and then we had a couple of promotional things to do
Yeah.
with that. So then they had security guards with us, and then they were always trying to like looking at us, trying to keep people away. And I was like,
Don't go there. Just
I want them to come and say
Yeah.
hello to me. Don't tell them to go away.
And why do you think the following is so big in Philippines? Because one of the rumors is that you actually went to Philippines and that you met your wife there, but you've actually met in Australia. Is that
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
And so that's one of the rumors, and this is how rumors on social media start
Yes,
going around.
yes.
Do you actually want to tell us the story of how you did meet?
You going to do it? Like you do. This is us again. This is us.
And just to clarify for all those haters and everyone making up these stories and rumors.
Because people would say that.
Yeah.
So a few years when we just started social media, when people didn't know us, now we don't get those comments anymore. Like not that
People
I know
that know
of.
you, your
But
fans.
before,
everyone.
like people would like, oh, you are a mail order bride, or
Geraldine was in the.
you're just using Joshua.
I sent an
Yeah,
email.
so
I
it's
sent an email to
like
her
that.
parents, and they said, "Yeah, we want you to marry."
That's what.
Oh, that's the. Okay,
That's
so
what
you
they
heard it
think.
here, guys.
That's what they think. What happened? Like
No,
always.
So Geraldine was already a permanent resident in Australia when I met
Yeah.
her. She was working as an enrolled nurse, and I was a lonely 30-something-year-old guy who was looking for a girlfriend. So I got on a dating site, paid the 6-month subscription for the dating site, found her profile and started messaging her, and then never met anyone else.
It was actually pretty expensive, and then I didn't pay for it. I didn't know his face. I was just like risking it.
She was the free. She was on the free. account.
Yeah. Do you want to pay extra to see the person? Nah, it's all right. We'll take it.
That was me. That's me. Why would I? It was expensive. It was like what, $60? Like if you're like single, working like in a.
You're worried. Dental
Yeah.
nurse at the time's a tough
No, I wasn't a dental nurse back then. I wasn't even enrolled. I was
I was actually a stalker. I messaged her because we couldn't contact anymore after that. Like free.
few minutes.
Period.
And then I found her photo on Facebook, and I was like, I hope you don't think I'm a stalker, but I'm the guy from the dating site.
Who's this? I've never seen you before.
I know, right?
I just saw a blank face.
That was me. Oh, that is so funny. But yes, I didn't pay for the subscription.
Well, you both got your return on investment.
Yeah.
You would say it's safe to say.
It's definitely paid in tenfold.
Actually, it probably leads us to the next sort of question around, like, we talk a lot about social media and the hate around social media. And obviously, I've been following you guys now and I'm loving everything you're doing, but there is a level of hate on their platform, that
On everything you do.
It's not a lot.
they get a lot.
They do.
But more love than a lot,
Yeah,
right?
more
But they
love.
still, you have to have a level of resilience,
And how do you deal with it?
Yeah, how do you deal with that?
Like comments and because there's some people that just delete, right? Delete without anyone seeing it and just making it look like everything's there. Or you can address it. You can fight back.
What do you find the best way is?
So it's funny because you know what? So for me, if I find it like so rude that it's not
we're
like.
very different in how we think.
Okay, let's hear both perspectives.
So for me, so if I see like a very, very rude comment, I would go there, I'll video reply it to make it like, I'll use that comment and then like, so everyone can see it. Oh, but I still like blur the patient. Patient.
We've got
haters.
We're all patient.
Give us an example. Who's hating on you at the
Oh
moment?
my! Should I?
Yeah.
Should I
Who's
spill
hating
the
on
tea?
you? Let's spill the tea.
Okay.
New segments.
Okay. No, you know her.
Yeah, Monica.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Monica.
Hello,
We're kidding you,
Monica.
Monica. Hey, Monica.
Oh my gosh,
Thanks
I
for
love it.
watching.
She's gonna watch.
She would be watching, right?
She would.
Like, subscribe, connect.
No, Monica is like the Karen for them.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Their followers go in on her. Like,
But what is something that she does?
The thing is, it all started when I went to Bali on June. So I went to Bali on my own for work and on my own without the kids. So that was like my first time traveling without the kids and Joshua. And then like she wrote these massive comments that I am such like a very bad mother. I'm such a very bad wife. That why would I go to Bali and then spend Joshua's money? Why? And then the thing was, I was also in business class.
Yeah.
And then she was like, why did you go and you went business class and used your husband's money? Like, who would do that? And then like, because I went to a very nice resort and then they were like,
Yeah, I'm doing a video reply after that.
And
I'm
then-
doing that to you.
and then like
Meanwhile,
just
I'm
people
sitting.
blew off.
I've sent the kids to school, and I'm sitting at home playing computer games.
Having the time of his life, and also I still do it right. Like a few days ago, I just did because I went to a concert a few days ago, and then one of the comments was like, so you went on a concert, you always make fun. You're always making fun of your
You're always out having fun. How come you never show any videos of your husband having fun?
I did a video
My
reply.
fun is sitting on a computer with no one and just playing a game.
That's the video reply. So if funny comments like that, I would always like video reply.
Use that as an opportunity.
That's right. That's
Just
right.
flip it on your head
That's
and then
right.
just make something out of it.
That's right. But then when we just started 2022, when we were getting a lot of hates, this is when we didn't like establish our names yet on social media platforms, so they don't know how we met and like that. When people would like call me like, you're just like mail order bride and stuff, like I'd get it like personally, like I would cry and Josh would like, don't worry about it. Like he was the one who like told me
Tell
to.
that story. So when we first got into it, like she was real softy at the
Mm.
start. And I was like, I don't think you want to get into social media, like content creation.
Because there were a lot.
So I said, like the rules for her doing this actually was you have to do it for 2 years and you can't take on board anything that people are going to say negatively because there will be people who are going to be negative towards you. And I know that you're going to get upset by it, but you're not allowed to.
Can't take it personally.
Because you can't take it.
In which I actually did, because it actually hurts. Like all of their comments were like, I would like go in bed and just would like, you're like, why would they like just judge me like this without knowing me?
Yeah.
So, but then I just like grew out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you also, they don't know you don't know them, but when you're starting to see it would you're just experiencing hate, right?
Yeah.
Well, being a fan of them, I got defensive.
Yeah.
When I saw that they were writing these things, you almost want to comment and be like, hey, you can't be saying that.
And does that
Yes, thank you
also
to all our
bring in-
fans for always
Yeah.
supporting
Well,
us.
that's what I was going to say. Do you then get like, true
Yes,
sets
a
of
lot.
fans
Yes,
against fans?
that is so funny now because like people would know us already, so they've been following us for years now. So they would like always defend us. They would always go, "Oh, maybe like, are you new here? Maybe you should like do a research before like you comment on all of this stuff." Like Jet is 4 years old. Like, why is Jet always on on social media? Like, why would she like always be filming her every day? In which I addressed this one few months ago. I did like a video reply to like one of the person that like put a hate comment about Jet. Like Jet, we're just like using Jet to make money off social media because she has the most fans, she has the like most engaged, she has like the most views and all. But then I was like, so because there's like a CCTV in our house, so then like Jet gets even jealous when I film Nemo, and Nemo hates filming.
Yeah.
So I would like but then Nemo would only film with us if like there's like a reward or if he's feeling good. So I film him once, and then Jet gets jealous because Jet loves filming so much, so
you have to kind of do it, whereas they think you're doing it and you're forcing her to do
that's
it.
right. Like even in the car, she loves it. She would just like Jet do this one. I don't even tell her the
say, "Mama,
emotions
film
now.
me."
Yeah, like I don't even tell her emotions now. Like she would.
Nemo's
she's
only
so
going to get in the
good.
video if he gets to do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
doesn't get to do it the way
No
he wants
script
to do
for
it.
Nemo.
He will be like, nah, I'm not doing it.
I mean, you're creating creative kids. Like, they're always thinking probably of their imagination's huge, right? Like that's kind of cool. When they get older, hopefully they continue to make that.
But that does bring in a question as they're getting into the age of like school and everything. How do you juggle home life, social media life?
I've been warning everyone for years. Get ready, guys, because it's just going to be me and Geraldine soon.
No, that's right.
So get ready for more shirtless pirates and dresses.
Because there's like one comment that was saying, "Oh, it should all be. You're only famous because of Jet," and I was like, "But we started out. We didn't have many kids."
It was few months.
baby.
It was few months that it was just me and you before the kids came in. Because I remember Jen was like very little, and then we can't even do anything with her
We
back then.
started before Jet was born because
With Nemo.
But this is the thing. You can comment. You could watch 30 seconds of something and then put a comment and
Make a
Exactly.
judgment.
yeah, whoever comes on and sees that, they'll like it because they're watching another 20 seconds.
Yes.
And they're forming another pit. And just so you
Yes.
get 200 likes of a comment that isn't even real, like isn't even factual. Mm-hmm. And this is the
Well,
problem.
I'm lucky because I was an emergency nurse, so I have to deal with negative comments all the time. So when their negative comments come around, it didn't really affect me. I actually like to read them, and I think that they're very good for engagement.
Yeah.
because as you said, all of our followers that know us then get on there and comment back to them, and that generates engagement.
I think that's one of the secrets as well. So everyone is asking like, why do we always have like consistent? Because we've been doing this one now for 2.5 years, and we have consistent views, like at least 1 million each.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Video, and people were like, "What's like your secret?" And then I think Josh was, he's right that because we engage them like in every social media platform. Josh has like Facebook, he replies there on his own, and I do Instagram.
Risky.
And
Letting me do something on my
and I think engaging with the followers are very good because they feel so special, and like they
You
feel
are
happy.
special. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
They'd
course.
feel happy every time we like reply. So I think that's why they keep on coming back and commenting.
How many videos would you post out per month? And what
Per
does
month,
that look like?
per day.
Per day. Okay, sorry.
4.
Yeah, wrong word. I
Per
meant
day.
per day. So per day, you reckon 4
Yes.
you post out there?
Do
Is
the
that
maths 4 times then.
What?
120?
120.
far out? So is that a rule that you've made for yourself?
Yes.
It's really
Yes,
well done.
just for me to
You're
start.
doing 5 at one point.
I was doing
Like,
5.
I'm so busy, so much work. I was like, stop doing so many videos.
But the thing is, I
gotta edit all those 4
I have to
videos.
edit, and then the thing is,
5 is too many.
and also what do you call this one? If
Putting up a post or that.
but then sometimes I can't do 4 because I have other like commitments. Like for example, like other collabs with other. Like I have to go here, I have to go there. Like
You're on a podcast.
that one.
To the Connect podcast, drive to New Orleans.
But I know we just live 2 minutes away. But then what do you call this one? And also for example, special occasion like Father's Day.
Yeah.
There's a lot in here. Like most of the companies, like even even new businesses like here in the Southwest would like ask us to like
Collab.
go video. So sometimes I can't do 4. So sometimes I do 3.
Okay. How long are these videos? Average.
I mean, 30 seconds. Let's just say from 10 seconds till
What's posted
90
is less than a
seconds.
minute.
Yeah. Okay. So
Sometimes 90
how long would it
seconds.
take to record and edit? Given
Well,
that you have to
it
do 4 to
depends.
5.
It depends on what.
Depends on how good the actors are and how good they listen to it.
Jet is pretty good. Jet is so good.
It's on it.
She's the best one. Sorry, Joshua.
Gets paid the most.
Jet would just like, just wing it.
Yeah.
He does it too. Sometimes if he doesn't.
No, I never wing it. I'm not allowed to wing it. I want to do what she says.
And are you finding a lot of your audience in the Philippines, or did you have a split between
It's
Australia?
split. Yeah, it's split.
Yeah.
So Philippines. So for Facebook, we have a lot.
Startup stories because so in TikTok it was mostly Filipino, like people from
And
the
it
Philippines.
changes. It changes.
And then when Facebook Reels came around, we started reposting the stuff from TikTok Facebook Reels, and that was all like being married to a Filipino. That was all of TikTok stuff.
Yeah.
And then we started moving the stuff to Facebook, and all the Facebook followers started to be more people from Australia. So then we changed our content to just be general marriage instead
Yes.
of
Okay.
Filipino
So we
marriage
don't
versus
kind of like
marriage.
do this Filipino.
Was that a strategic move, or was that just like, hey, this is what I'm feeling? What do you think?
It's just strategic move.
Yeah.
Just because like most of our followers on Facebook are like Australians now.
Yeah.
So we kind of, and then they weren't kind of like relatable to just Filipino being married to Australian. So we just did it like
Which is where the rumors started, right? Like that whole rumor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because people see that, they see a glimpse of it, and they assume.
Yes,
You
that's
just
right.
see a white guy married to a foreigner, and they're always a man.
Especially
Well,
if
to
a
be
guy
honest,
that has
I think
white,
I thought that when I
especially if the guy has like white beard and white hair, they
Yeah.
think that he's old, and then I'm like so young,
And I'm the old.
and I was like,
said that. What did they say?
and I was like,
an
wait,
old man.
we only have like few years age.
Yeah, but this is the George Clooney. This is the
I
George
don't know.
Why
Clooney
is
of
she
Norelli.
with him? He's such a crusty old man. That was the comment.
Far out.
Man.
Well, yeah, you would probably be
A lot.
Hey, how do you deal with
He
the
doesn't give a
hate?
shit. He's very innocent.
I like it. I love going. That's
Yeah.
the best bit because I do lots of the commenting on Facebook. So
Yeah.
I love scrolling through it. It's lots of comments are all the same. Like, oh, you look like really good, Jed, or I love Jed, or never anything about me.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's been one or two who said, "Oh, Josh is my favorite." And I always comment on them.
I'm going to jump on all the posts and start saying that. Let's give Josh a bit more
Yeah,
support.
100%. The Josh
If I
Club.
find a negative comment, that makes it more interesting because then I go, "Yeah, love you. Oh, you're good. Your content's good." Thank you very much for everyone who says the content is good. I'm not downplaying you at all.
Yeah.
But when it gets to the negative comment, I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be a juicy one."
Hey, let's show Josh some love on the next post, all right? Let's hashtag I love Josh.
Yeah,
Start that hashtag.
Hashtag. Yeah.
because he loves Joshua loves Facebook so much. Like the audience on Facebook. We have a lot of
I've
Australian
tried to
followers.
branch out to do comments on YouTube.
Well, it's more
as well, but
personal.
it's
It'll be
still
more
Yes.
personal on.
But also we have a lot of Southwest on Facebook.
Yep.
In which on Instagram there's like more towards Sydney, but in here like because you can tell from the insides.
Everyone still thinks we're from Melbourne.
Yes, everyone tells me
And
every
so
time.
Did you move into MacArthur area or what? Or did you grow up here?
I was from Kiama. I was from because my mom and dad are from there.
Okay.
So I lived there for 5 years before moving in here. And then Joshua
lived
used to live
everywhere.
in
My parents moved around a lot, so I've been
Yeah.
everywhere. I've never ever called anywhere like where I'm from.
So
but when I met him,
Born in Port Macquarie, but
Yeah.
moved around all over New South Wales.
he's already in the Southwest.
Oh, okay.
And then that's how we we bought our first house here. We actually lived here, just here around here.
Yeah.
Also until now.
Our love story.
Speaking of Southwest, you now train at Shadowbox, the best gym in the South.
Yes, I
Bit of
can't
a plug there.
wait.
That's how we got here.
Yeah, tell me, what's that like training with us at
Oh,
Shadowbox?
it's so good. Oh my gosh, all of the trainers there are so good. I love it. And then what do you call this one? The group.
Clip this.
I am actually personally and honestly I wanna train with a group of people. Like I don't wanna train on my own.
Yeah.
In which I used to, but now I want the group.
Yeah.
And then the first day I was there, they were all like moms, and I was like, oh, we know you. It kind of like make you more comfortable because at least they know like a little bit of your life.
Yeah.
And then I did. So I was like, oh, I felt happy and special, and I was like,
Our community, like
pumped up.
Shadowbox is built on the community, and they're all great mums and great energy. And then Geraldine came and just made it like epic,
Yeah.
So they.
I heard you started telling everyone to go here. I'm going
Yeah.
to do a reel. I'm going to do a post.
oh yes, and so every time I go there, here comes the content creator. Get ready, girls.
They all started doing their hair and makeup now because I know Geraldine's coming. Like I saw Megan's
Now that they know what to
Oh,
do.
and Megan too.
Yeah.
I know Megan too.
Megan's going to coach the class, and I saw her. She was all done up. I'm like, where are you going?
Oh, do you know, Geraldine cancelled the class. Oh my God.
I did a few reels with the girls and
Yeah.
one of the personal trainer there too. It's pretty good. I can't wait to go back. I can't yet because I just did the rhinoplasty, in which it's another story. But yes, I can't wait to go back
All
to
the
show them.
followers are like, Josh, you need to start going to the gym.
And that too.
Josh, the offerings to you after this, you're going to join Shadowbox as well.
I offered him to come with me.
Come on, Josh.
We can set up a
Well,
computer
he's
in the
going to
corner.
box in the shadows. He'll box in the shadows, all right?
Come on, Josh.
It's pretty good.
And do you plan to stay in MacArthur? What do you love about MacArthur and about this area, like this southwest region?
Schools.
Yeah.
Schools. That's so the area at first, because we lived before in Gregory Hills, there weren't very much people back then, and they're like, wow, this is so good, like all of the new suburb, new shops, new everything. And then I got pregnant with Jet for second one. So I was like, I think it's this like pretty small house. So we bought a house like just around the area as well.
Two-story house. And she was like, I can't do 2 kids and be pregnant in a second 2-story house.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I was like thinking maybe we should like buy a house. I'm like not here in the Southwest, but then in my mind as well, but everything is here already. Like all of the shops, like you're close to the airport.
Yeah.
In which is if my family from the Philippines comes over here or like just friends.
Yeah,
like, it's only like
international
half an
airport
hour.
now.
Half
Yeah.
an hour.
Metro straight down.
I know, that's right.
Gonna have 20 people staying over. all the time.
And that's why and that's the reason
Move
to
next to a domestic airport.
and that's why we bought a house with a 6-bedroom house too. So like in my family.
Right in the middle of where the airport's going to be. It's going to be so busy soon.
Yeah. But Southwest is pretty good. Like, the kids' school is like, I love it. And I think we're going to be hanging around here for years. Yes.
To me, hearing all this stuff and hearing your stories and hearing how fun it is and how entertaining I can imagine it would be, there would have to be a line somewhere drawn in the sand in between family life, in between personal, in between showing content online and that sort of thing around and boundaries. What does that look like for you guys? Have you had any point where you're like, you know what, we have to start creating boundaries, we have to start sort of off camera, we have to start being a certain way or anything like that? What does that look like? If you don't mind going into that.
Well, we actually don't put a lot of personal stuff there.
Yeah.
Most that we put there are just relatable stuff.
Yeah.
That we know that, all our followers can relate. But we don't put like a lot. Like
Yeah.
probably like 100% of our content, probably like 98% there is not,
So it's not like Josh is starting an OnlyFans account anytime soon or anything like that.
There's been a few comments wanting it.
Yeah, no, I reckon there's a big market.
Yeah, once
There's
I
a
start
big
getting a bit
market.
more following.
Maybe, okay.
Maybe it was that dress. Maybe it was you in the dress that set people.
Okay, so let's scrap I love Josh. Hashtag Josh OnlyFans.
Ew.
Probably just with our kids, it's just what's up to what they want to do. If
Yeah,
they
of
don't
course.
want
Yes,
to be
that's right.
involved or they don't feel like filming, then we don't
Yeah.
make so a lot of
Yeah,
people
it's not
like,
a job.
Oh, you force your kids to do all this stuff, and we're like, we don't actually force them. They can say no, and if they don't want to do it, then
And so
that's why I'm saying get ready, guys, because one day it's just going to be me and Geraldine because they'll be
Jet's
like,
gonna be both at school.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And for example, this morning Jet wanted to be filmed this morning. Like she told me what she wants. I'm like, okay. So I just like make something in my mind, like what should she do? Like the way, like
Yeah.
if she wants to have this like idea. So just like I start from there, because if I film her and she kind of like doesn't like it, like she doesn't have like the mood to like all the expressions and stuff. Like now recently, like all she wants me to film her is like her crying, because she can just cry now, like on the spot. Sit down, mama, look at me, like right now, and then just like few seconds, her tears are already falling off.
born actress.
Yeah, it's born
And I was
actress. It's a
like-
blessing.
And I was like, wow. And then I can't really put that. I did put it on
Yeah,
once.
because it's going to look bad.
I know, right? Like,
If you don't have any context around her crying.
I know, right?
I can imagine people probably say that to you guys, like, are you, forcing your kids
Yeah.
on the
A lot.
Yeah.
Especially on YouTube. All of this got pretty good on Facebook because they've already accepted it, and Instagram and TikTok. But on YouTube, because we started on YouTube, but then we didn't grow there. We only have like 500,000 followers there on YouTube now. But then, so now that we're getting the engagement there, you can see all of the comments there. Like, why are you always
Spicy comments there.
all the nastiest comments are on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
All nastiest, all of the heartbreaking comments are all in YouTube.
And, as a parent, like you can wear it, right? But when someone's talking about your kids, that's you gotta. Yeah, it's hard. You take it personally, right?
Yeah,
And it's-
because you can filter words on YouTube as well, but then they will find a way on how to put that word. Like
Yeah,
they will rephrase it.
Does it change? Sorry, with where you are now compared to where you were 2 years ago, how you feel about the hate, or does it hurt just as much, or is it now that because you're able to monetize it, because you've got all these followers, you've got the support, it's not as bad, or does it still?
you don't care.
Yeah.
You just don't care.
Just
We don't like. Well, for me, I was more hurting before because we just started. I didn't know what life is like.
Yeah.
But now that we are like getting more attention now, like I would always think that why would I get hurt about this comment when I know personally that it's not how
And you know your intentions.
Yes,
your
that's
intentions
right.
are pure.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
think that's a part that a lot of people forget. they don't know what the person's intentions are behind and you can see your kids flaunt it when they're on camera. You can see
they
they're
love it.
enjoying it. Something but the haters don't actually see it. They're quick to jump on.
That's right.
Some negativity and that sort of a thing.
That's right.
All right, so let's say to people because people obviously now in business have to become more familiar and more engaging in social media as one platform or one avenue to push their business out there. What would you recommend, or what recommendations would you give to business owners or people that want to start in social media, want to get themselves out there, or want to get a bit more comfortable in front of the camera?
Come to the Blackman Family. We'll promote you.
Oh my god.
And how much does that ticket cost?
Oh my god. I think you just gotta be like consistent. If like you have to know like what brand you wanna like show to everyone. For example, like what you're going to, if you're going to be funny, you're gonna be putting like vlogs, or what you're gonna put. Like you have to decide. You can't just like keep on jumping into like
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to like that's
not gonna go anywhere.
That's how we started, because we did YouTube Kids, in which it didn't go off. We did the dancing, it didn't go off, and then we did the skit, and then it went off. So I think you just have to like.
That's the second. So the first component is consistency. Like you've got to consistently post.
Of course.
At least 2 years. If you're going to give up before 2 years, there's no point starting, because you're not going to get anywhere. And unless you come across a good idea where you get, she hates me saying this, but like if you get an idea where you get lucky and a lot of people latch onto that and it goes viral, then that's going to boost you up there.
Well, our podcast is a prime example of that, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you were for us, we've started. We're 3 guys. We've got our own businesses. We've our social media separate, but we've come together to start this podcast to focus on business owners, the MacArthur community, and I think it is that, because we do notice that in the consistency when we're posting a lot, it starts going up. But we kind of got our own things that we're doing, which is still running a business.
Yeah.
Like, what would you give the advice to give to someone like us? Is it just continue doing what we're doing, but don't give up so easily? Just continue doing it. Try it for 2 years, even if it's self-funded.
So consistency. So keep going with it. Try lots of different things so that you can hit on the idea that's going to be popular. And then the other thing that I reckon is really important down the line is engaging with the community, making sure that you're talking to comments. I think someone was talking about deleting, what was that? I read an interview or something. I just delete the negative comments.
Yeah.
That's not going to get you anywhere. You've got to engage with them. You've got to talk to all the people that are commenting. And like, we've got too many comments for us to keep up with.
Of course.
Yeah.
We'll do our best to try and engage with everybody. And so you've got to engage with the community. I think those are the 3 main pillars of building a social media platform.
Yeah,
Love that.
that's great.
Love that. I mean, we could talk for hours, and the intention behind the podcast was actually, to get people like yourselves on, to share to the community your story, who you are, and give advice, to our followers, because I speak to a lot of people that want to break out on social media, but they're
And
finding,
it is a business at the end of the day, right?
they're finding
it's
really.
like running a business, because you've still got to fit it in with what you said. There's your personal life, the education, your family life. Still got to cook meals. You still got to take care of the house.
Yeah.
Like, it is a business, so you've got to run it like a business and set parameters like that.
And it's also, I've got to mention that it is a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Like you just, like when you're viewing the content, you're just seeing the 30-second or so clip.
But there's
of what we've
so
done,
much things
but
to
16 hours a day of
like
up
it's
with
funny
the
because I
ideas,
dream about it too.
filming, coming up with the ideas, filming the ideas,
Editing
it, and then getting on the comments and engaging with the community.
Do you find yourself like driving and then you think of a good
That-
one? Then you-
that-
and you
pull over.
and you
I
write
do.
it
I
down?
gotta pull
Yeah,
over
I
and
have
write it
to
down.
do that. Yeah, I have to do
I do that all the time. Like there's like
Sends
no.
it to me in the text, and I'm like, "What?"
I know. I said it. 'Cause I forget.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I do. Like
Ignore it.
because I sometimes like I have to the videos that I want to do that the next day. I would have to like send him the script, and I'm like, what the? Why are you sending this? Like, what the fuck are you talking?
Or with that jet Aussie, when in Philippines we say this, but in Australia we say this. The first time she sent me those, I was like, oh, she must be asking for my advice on Aussie stuff.
And then she
She sent me, I was like, none of this is Aussie. So I sent her back all the Aussie versions. She was like, you don't have to reply to that. That was just my notes.
That's funny. That's funny.
You know, when I'm on the road and I have a thought, a burning thought that's either around business or just some sort of a thought that I say I need to do something about this. I
Yeah.
need to action it. I send a voice clip to my wife.
Yep.
And I don't know how fond of that she is. Because I send her so many during the day, and it's like, babe, did you remember to do that one? Did you do it?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I can imagine what goes on up here
So
on
much.
that level.
I go in bed like I just want to relax sometimes, but I can't relax because I have to be on my phone, and then I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna.
And you got to get it out of your head.
Yeah.
Yes,
So you
that's
got to
right.
write it down. You
That's
got to
right,
send it
that's
to
right.
yourself.
Problem with the creative side of, like, I would normally say, like, if a nurse was like, oh, I can't get it out of my head, I was like, well, you gotta switch that off. But in a creative job, the creativity just strikes you whenever. So you gotta get it, write it down before you forget it.
Yeah,
That's
well.
pretty cool. Well, look, in the interest of time, you know, it's been a really great chat. We could talk for hours. We just love you guys so much. And when, you know...
This has been the most fun interview
Yeah.
I've had.
Oh yay!
It was just fun.
Yeah, just fun.
It's always so serious.
Thank you.
Because
Is
we
it
had-
really? You're
No,
always
because we've
serious?
had, we've had business owners on, we've had like politicians. So this was a different like a social media
different- yes,
creator.
that's
So-
right.
And it was fun. It was different topics. So
Yes.
Different dynamic, but it's all relatable to business.
Yeah,
man. It's
exactly.
all relatable to
And then I think like we're all in the same age bracket.
Yeah.
All the all
So
the same.
social
same
media
things.
content creation is completely different. I think a lot of businesses and everything out there still haven't grasped
yeah.
to social media.
what a social media content creator does.
Yeah. But it's
all
a
of the
good thing.
businesses there.
I think it's a good thing and a bad thing in a way, because like from a, say, financial advice point of view, right? The people that are getting the social media content with the big banks and stuff are not people that are known for giving financial advice. They're just with the biggest following. But if it comes to product and family life and that great. But I think it's on the sometimes people are giving the wrong advice by getting the right amount of people following them.
The parenting, what do we do? A smart parenting.
Wait, you can't mention that.
Oh, sorry.
Well, beep it out. Beep it
The
out.
content that we did where they were.
the virtual assistants would know that.
No. We'll beep it. We'll beep that part. But
That is a
keep
very-
talking. Keep
I'm not
talking
gonna
about
say
that.
anything negative
Yeah.
about them though. They just were talking. Oh, is it negative about them? They were just talking about how, like, the stuff that we do and what sort of advice we can give to parents. And I was like, I don't think our page is very good for parental advice.
Yeah.
You
We're
know your
making
brand.
fun of each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
and not, so I just thought
You
that
know
was
your
funny.
brand too. Megan and I tried those TikTok dances when we were in COVID, and we quickly realized
It's not for
that's
us.
not our brand. Right? Like, we're not going to do that. People are not going to take us.
Yeah. That was us. That was us.
Yeah.
Like who? even
But sometimes
now.
it works when it's not funny. That's when it's when you
that's
can't dance, right?
Even now, we try to do a dance.
She showed me some dance the other day, and I was like, no,
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. I know.
do it. I'm not.
We can try it after this. We'll see how we go.
I know.
I was going to
Pat
suggest.
loves dancing. He loves the TikTok dance.
Can't get me off.
Wow.
That she should do the Deadpool
Wolverine.
Bye.
dance.
Oh yes.
With one of her collaborators, another social media content creator that she works with all the time. They
Who's
should
this?
do it. It was never me. I'm not going to be able to do the dance.
Who is this? Justin?
Yeah.
He's a dancer. I'm not.
You and him could do bye.
You just every time it says bye bye bye, you just go like this.
But dancing is not our thing.
No, agree.
All right, well, Ben's going to rattle off a couple of questions to you guys. They're just quick answers. No thinking involved. Just bang.
No
bang, bang, bang,
thinking
bang.
involved.
Yeah. So we can start. Who wants to go first?
Some thinking just
All right.
Me?
So you can think. You can think, but they have to be fast.
Ready?
Rapid fire.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Ready? Beach or country?
Country.
First.
We alternate.
Go, yeah, alternate. Go. Yeah, you go.
Yeah,
Beach or country?
country.
Okay, nice.
Love country.
First car.
Honda Civic.
Nice. Yeah, that was right.
Is that for you,
Yeah.
too?
mine. Yeah.
Hey, Honda Civic, right?
Suzuki Swift 82.
Oh, the Swift. No, the little Swift.
Look
I
at
love
me,
it.
Suzuki Swift. My brother, who's the same size as me.
And both of them are in the car.
It's like touching the side in each other's shoulder.
That's funny. I lost my page. Ready?
Beer or wine?
It was, no. Favorite sport? If you like sport? Any sport? Why'd you laugh, John?
COD, Call of Duty.
I don't play that. Esports.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't do
No
sports.
sport?
I played soccer in school.
Soccer?
What position?
Goalie.
Goalie.
Oh, nice. Next one. Ready?
Slow for any other position.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Coca-Cola.
He doesn't drink.
Doesn't drink?
He doesn't
Don't
drink.
Oh, this is a good one. Good one. Ready? Bucket list. Like something you want to do maybe as a family or individually or something you want to tick off in your life. Or have you already done that? I don't know. You tell me.
We've done a lot of stuff on our bucket list now since becoming
I
social
want to
media
go
content
camping in
creator.
the snow.
Camping in the snow.
Love that.
What are we talking
Like one of those, is it the?
Antarctica? Is that snow?
Have you seen the
Stormy
tents
weather
where
would
it's
be
all
nice.
windows and it's just all surrounded
Oh, yeah.
by
Nice.
snow? I want to do one of
Wow.
those.
sick.
Wow.
I've got a stormproof tent that I've never been able to use properly.
Well, you've been wanting to do that. Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
stormproof.
before I met Geraldine, I wanted to go and do Kokoda and do
Oh yeah,
Picchu.
see that's what I was gonna say. Like I want to do the hike in Machu Picchu.
really?
That
Yeah.
was sick.
Wow,
Yeah.
that
What's your favorite destination you've been to so far in all your travels?
Disney World.
Oh really?
Disney World.
Which
Where did
one?
we go?
The
actual
Disney
Florida?
World, which is in Florida.
Florida. Yeah. Not Japan.
I don't even know. Like so much Canada maybe. I like Canada.
They
Yeah,
say
Rocky
Japan,
Mountains,
Disney Sea in
Alps.
Japan
Yeah.
is the best.
Yeah.
I'm going in October. Disney Sea. Yeah, I'm taking the
Oh
kids.
wait,
Yeah.
you're
said-
going to
we
Japan.
met
Oh, Disney Sea?
We met a guy from America who said, "Oh, once you go to Disney Sea, you'll never want to go to any other one."
Oh, wow.
I went to Disney
Best,
Sea because
the best.
Disneyland was too.
I told
So
Megan about that.
excited.
It's
Big bucket list for our family.
It is. So we went to LA. We
I
went
think
to
they might all have
Hong
their own
Kong.
unique thing.
Japan was the best.
Is that Disney Sea in
Because we
America
went to-
or Japan?
No, America.
Oh.
Japan.
Yeah,
Disney Sea. But we went to Hong Kong. So if you go to any other Disneyland, the queues are huge. But in Hong Kong, I was like, is
No,
this
'cause
like
we are
a busy
VIP
day or a
day.
normal day? No,
Yeah.
I asked her if the queue times were a busy day or a normal day. And she was like, oh, this is pretty busy. It's in school holidays. And they're like 30, 40 minutes for a queue. I was like, oh, I'm coming to Hong Kong. Then.
But
Yeah.
it's very
So
small.
much-
It's
so
very
much
small.
less
Yeah.
people.
Very small.
Smaller park, but so
Yeah.
much.
So my daughter's at that age now where like she thinks everything's real. So like princesses and castles.
She's gonna love.
Yeah,
she's gonna
going to
think
Japan.
we're, like,
They have the
Yeah.
best ones for little girls.
Yeah.
Not even like in LA. They didn't have some of the stuff that they have in Japan.
I will warn you that it is in Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's the only. That's the only.
So she's going to think that it's real life princesses that all speak
Yeah.
Japanese.
I don't know how she's gonna take
that was the only. We were like on a haunted mansion tour.
Our kids,
they were all
didn't mind
speaking
it.
Japanese.
They still talk to Stitch, who's speaking in Japanese.
They got invited to go in the front.
Yeah.
Talking in
I-
Japanese.
Oh, that's so cool.
But it's still like you won't even notice. That's how good it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're lost in the
beautiful.
theatrics of it all.
I'm so excited. I'm a big quote master, so I like to ask our guests like favorite
Quote.
quote. Yeah.
You didn't warn him about that
I
one.
know.
That was
Quote.
Because these were off the cuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm
so
like
you
quote.
can send it to me later.
like
Wherever you go, there you are from Mad Max.
oh,
I don't even know. You tell me.
any quote? Oh,
Your favorite.
We can still hear you on the microphone, right?
you can think about that one later.
Okay.
And then Pat, you have your
Well,
question.
no, I actually thought of another question that I'm going to ask before
tell me, I'll write
the leading last question. So let's say we know where you guys are at now. We know what you were able to accomplish. We know what you've come from, what you've built. Where do you see yourself, or where do you see the Blackman family in 5 years?
Oh, we asked a heavy question.
You can take a sip of water. Take it.
I don't know.
I didn't think that Geraldine would be able to come up with content for this long. I thought she would have run out of ideas by now, but she's still going good. So
Because now it's been about 4 years since you started, isn't it?
And then
No,
doing
2.5 years.
2.5
But we
years.
started with YouTube, like what? But I kind of like don't include that because
Yeah.
it wasn't like a full-time thing. We were just like making like one.
I started on
once a
YouTube
week.
5 years ago.
But then making reels and short videos just 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah,
Hit
2.5
10
years.
million collective in 2.5
and 130 content clips a month.
per month. Yeah.
Yeah, so what, thousands?
Yeah.
Lots of content for you
1500.
guys to go back through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
so if you're a new follower, there's a lot of content to go through.
There's a lot to catch up on.
Takes weeks.
All right, 5 years. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard question. Like maybe I can. I don't know. Like
What are your goals?
I want to like keep doing this.
Merchandising.
Yeah, like
Merchandising.
that was what I was going to ask. Are you looking at
really hard
scoping
to
out?
figure it
Because a
out.
lot of people do that, right? They branch out into even a podcast or branch out into merchandise.
I asked him to do a podcast with me.
I spent $30
But he doesn't
to
want
try
it.
and make one of those number plate things. It's got the Blackman. It was meant to have the Blackman family all across the top, but it's this tiny little square. So
You got it off Temu or what?
I made a shirt at Office Works.
Yeah.
I've got a shirt.
Yeah.
It's a place to start.
If you make shirts, I want one.
Yeah.
We're on a
It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen. But the first thing
But
is
if I put Blackman on mine, am I just like, look, we'll go with my
Blackman.
skin?
I'm like into like talking to like my manager now in the Philippines because I would want to like bring up my my pajama line with Jet. In
Yeah.
which
Yes.
Would be cute. Mummies and daughter.
everybody just like is asking about it. So we're
Will
gonna
you make kid sizes for Ron?
yeah. Yes, okay.
Yeah, just a kid size. Well, you don't need to make it for me. I'll just fit in the normal one. Just wider on the hips.
Yeah.
All right. Just,
It's funny.
Alrighty, lucky last question. You ready?
Ready.
And this is two separate answers. Two separate
They're
answers.
separate. Okay.
Josh, I'm going to ask you first. All right? Okay, Josh. You get to pick 3 people you get to go out to dinner with, and they can be from any time in your lifetime or in history. Who would those 3 people you take out to dinner, who would they be?
Not me.
Geraldine's not included.
No, I'm like, I probably have to say her now.
We'll make that.
so what?
That's
Two
why.
people? What two?
We'll make,
That's why I only came up with 2. Geraldine is the third one.
all right, we'll make that a rule. No, we can't say
Okay,
partners. We can't say partners.
I don't have a third one. Nightcrawler, my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
comic
Hey, there's no judgment here. Let him.
There is a joke.
I know, right?
And then all the followers, all the top fans and subscribers on Facebook. I know you only said
It's
one.
only 2. You have to get your...
I would love to be able to like take them out for dinner.
That's very nice.
I feel like I should have made that a rule against as well.
So a cameraman just to film it all, just as they can be
Imagine
part
you
of
could
it.
do that. Imagine you could take,
Yeah.
your top, I don't know, 500 for dinner.
500.
Well, when we did the meet and greet, I really wanted to just take the subscribers from the Philippines out for dinner, but
Yeah.
it's too busy.
It was too much.
Logistics like to
Yeah,
but
too much
that'd be
to
cool.
do.
Just to give them a bit of love back.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
pretty cool.
Maybe one day, guys.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. Yeah, we'll make it.
And third and last.
No, I don't have one.
No,
That's
that's
why I
it.
wanted to
Okay, he took it. He took it. All right,
come up
Geraldine.
with 2.
I don't want to come.
She's got in there.
Okay, then he'll take Monica.
Got salty.
That would have been so good. Monica, you're taking my place. Taking my
Oh,
place.
that would have been the best.
Oh my gosh, Monica's such a thing now.
This could go sideways very fast.
We need that clout.
All right, Geraldine.
mine.
3 people. You can't choose Josh. Monica, no way.
Okay.
No, okay. I'll leave it with you. 3 people.
Ryan Reynolds.
Hey.
In the Deadpool.
Yes, Deadpool. And next Logan. What's his name?
Logan Paul?
Hugh Jackman. And third one, Chris Evans. Captain America. they're all my crushes.
Okay, so I was going to ask.
Trust women,
I was going to
they'll always
ask.
pick the famous.
Well, it's funny because I was going to ask what was 3 things that you would take on a desert island, but I feel like your answers might be the same.
The same.
It's funny, in the whole history of humanity, all those 3 are still alive.
Yes.
Yeah, but some people might say Gandhi or Muhammad Ali.
Oh my
3.
Alrighty, well,
Yes.
I guess, did we have any other questions? Did you guys...
No, I want to say thank you for coming on and thank you for sharing it.
It was so fun.
Like
Thank
I had
you.
a great time, so thank you for that.
So fun. Actually, one of the most fun interviews that we've ever had.
Yeah?
And
You're not just saying that.
No,
You're not just saying that.
It's because as well that you're like boys, and then like it's like more fun. Oh my god, this is so sexy.
Bit more informal than the ones that she's usually.
It's always like so fun.
Yeah, we're no CNN. We're no CNN Australia.
Be like, Jed has to like behave well, and I have to like fix my hair. Like,
Yeah.
There was that guy
It's very
who got interviewed in New York where I was like,
oh my gosh, I know.
stop it.
We went, yeah. So this was
The
like
2 kids were off in the side, and I'm like,
I know. And we went on a TV in New York. What is it? Look at
New York Times.
New York
New York Times.
And then
Heard of him.
It sounded like a small one. He's like New York Times. What was that one?
and then we did an interview, and then Jet and Nemo were like fighting, and I'm like, Yes, I know, right? Like, as soon as Josh speaks, I go,
So,
The mum look. The mum look.
Like that guy during COVID where his kid came in and then the nanny
Oh, yes.
was running in.
So I'll wrap it up.
Yeah,
right?
Benny.
The Blackman family, Geraldine and Josh. I'm absolutely pleasured to have you guys here today. We definitely will have you back on the show at some point. It's been a great chat. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
thank you.
As long as you always remember the Connect Boys.
Yes.
Wherever you go.
Connect,
Right?
yeah.
100%.
Let's connect.
Yeah, thanks for
connect.
coming on the show, guys.
Thank
Really
you, guys.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Maybe you can say to the camera, one.
What's it?
What is it?
Let's go. Okay, ready? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's connect.
Yeah.
What's in there? Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
We'll
I
see
love
you
it,
on the
I
next
love it,
one.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that was great.
I know.
That was great.
That was actually so fun. We were.
We made this a free platform because we want to educate and add value to your business world. All we ask for as a payment is to hit the subscribe button and share it with people that you know would benefit from this conversation. If you want to elevate your connections, we'll see you at the next Connect MacArthur event.